Yeah, yeah. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. Yeah, hey, well, we can hold the peace or we can wage war, but I'm gonna get what I came for. Real gang, that's a crew name. We all graduated to the two-door. Tech global, that's an infrastructure. All y'all niggas like the Titanic, I'm the iceberg. No suckers.
Swole.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing, testicles, testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 18 hundo and 20 schwam of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beardcast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, husses, and y'all hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swole, back with another episode. And today's episode of the Mancast is brought to you, is sponsored, is powered by Everest and K2 flexing on all
He's
you
heating up!
bitches.
It's the fucking
Yeah.
Catalina wine.
What's going on, fam? Welcome to the Mancast. Welcome to the Daily Swole, episode 1820 Schwam. Welcome, Swole fam. How are you doing? Come on in through the door and make sure you drop a comment down below. What'd you smash today? Drop it in the comments. I hope you went to the fucking gym and nailed it. And of course, make sure you hit that subscribe button right there at the bottom or at the top, wherever it is. Hit the like button for sure. Share this with everyone that you know, but at least hit the like button, drop a comment. It helps a lot when you first come in through the door, especially on YouTube, to smash that like button. But of course, you can catch the podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, leave a review, subscribe, all that good shit. I'm stoked for today's episode. We have a lot to talk about, so let's get right into it. Let's get right into it today. We got a nut to bust, so put some respect on it for Yo National Anthem and pinch your nips a little bit while you're at it. Let's fucking show some respect. Can you show some respect, please? Yes, you. I'm talking about you, Beesh. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you, fucking Falcon. Calm down. Looking very, very nice. Looking fly. Leo. Leo, good Christ, get some fucking help. Leo, get some help. Put it down. One fucking day. Drop that hashtag in the comments down below. We got some swole slut sweet action. Look at that sexy beach with that hair. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she gorgeous? We got one to start us off with. Very nice. Not bad. Not bad to get us started. All right. Hashtag Swole Slut. It is Swole Slut Saturday, and I'm very excited to jump right into today's episode. So that being said, you can start dropping that in the comments down below. We do have a couple announcements. Make sure you also check out the shows. Check out the brand new Swolenormous audio experience. And of course, make sure you subscribe over on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. We got a few shows, the audio experience, the Swolenormous Procast, Red, White, and Swole. And of course, ya fave, the Daily Swole. So make sure you check that out wherever you like to bang your ear holes. You can find it anywhere. We got an accountability meeting on Monday. Fam, day after tomorrow, we got an accountability meeting, Monday, May 3rd, 12 p.m. Eastern time. We got new releases. We'll talk shop. So very excited for that. And of course, coming up on this Saturday, so a week from today, May 8th, 2021, submit your clips, Swole fam. It's pinned to the announcements, the top of the announcements inside the private Facebook group. And the details are there. You can send us an email as well. And the details of what email to send to and how to submit your timestamp for your clip. We will put that mashup together and we will watch it in the best clip. We will vote for it live during Saturday's episode. And the winner will get a nice surprise and a 5 years of Swole card. It's going to be awesome. So make sure you are there. Mark your calendars. And the time is to be announced this week. We'll probably talk about it more on Monday. So stay tuned for that. So next Saturday, mark your calendars, a week from today. All right. So 5 years of Swole. Wow. 5 years of fucking Swole. Wow. 5 years of Swole. My God. My God. All right. Experts say Americans will have to cut down on meat.
That's fucking bullshit.
We should put the experts in quotes. So Bo Jiden and the woke squad are claiming that eating grass-fed beef or all kinds of meat, of course, are demonizing. And of course, eating animal products is ruining the fucking world, which is completely unfounded. They use biased data, of course. There's a great episode, actually. If you want to listen to it, I was gonna text you all this, but if you want to listen to, check out Dr. Saladino, the carnivore cast, whatever his podcast is. Check out the latest one. He just did a whole episode on it and said it better than I ever could about. Well, maybe not better than I ever could, but he knows a lot more about it than I do. But all the research and how it's completely slanted and completely overlooks the fact that if you get grass-fed, grass-finished, wild-caught game, all this type of stuff, regenerative agriculture, how it's actually a complete misnomer, completely misguided. And this is just part of this absolute slanted narrative that I don't know who's trying to push all this shit, but it seems like everything is in complete cahoots just to kill people, essentially, right? Feed us poisonous garbage food, keep us locked up, pump us full of medications. It's just complete nonsense. And the healthier, I have never been healthier, felt better, trained better, had less joint pain, less just clarity of thought. Everything in my day is better. Actually, the more grass-fed beef and the more organ meats and stuff that I consume. So just like how we always talk, I just feel better than ever every single day. And I think that's complete nonsense. And I would recommend that that podcast from Dr. Saladino. Let me see the name of it. It was the last one. He did it. Let's see here. It's called, oh, that's right. I forgot the title of his podcast. It's called Fundamental Health. All right. So Dr. Saladino's podcast, Fundamental Health, but the one that I'm talking about was, let me see here. Da-da-da-dun. Oh, it's actually missing from my library. Anyway, it's his last one that came live yesterday. So you can check it out. Literally goes into it and I highly recommend it. So check out that clip. That's complete nonsense, but we posted that today on the channel. So you can go and check that out. Oh my God. These people are insane. These people are fucking insane. Yeah. AOC is insane. They're all nuts. They're nut jobs. And you can tell, can you imagine if people actually ate real food? If people actually ate real food, remember as we get into it, let's hit that button. Let's get into the tip and we'll keep on going.
Babe, just an inch.
It's cold outside. So remember the podcast, the Joe Rogan podcast with Dr. Shayna Swan? Remember how she was talking about all the phthalates and the chemicals and the environmental toxins, the endocrine disruptors that we've talked about many times, but she so eloquently breaks it down. She does research in the field. And it's a lot worse than most people think. And this is everywhere. So when you see labels on deodorants, on colognes, body sprays, even cleaners that say fragrance, a lot of those things have phthalates and endocrine disruptors that jack up your body. And just to kind of summarize briefly what an endocrine disruptor is, the endocrine system, hormones are literally chemical messengers, and they come in different various forms that send signals to other areas of the body. They get secreted into the bloodstream, they circulate the blood, and then when they kind of lock and key, latch onto an organ as appropriate, then it'll signal a response. So this happens all the time. If you have an endocrine disruptor, it's essentially you send a text message to someone, and you've all had that, right? You send a text message, someone that has an iPhone, it shows up as a green bubble, and you're like, oh, It's not going through. There's no way they're getting it, right? So you send a message or you call someone and the message gets interrupted. That's what it is. And your body doesn't get the signal and it doesn't affect the appropriate response. So what was I saying? So all this stuff kind of goes hand in hand. You're not trying to, like, this is what's fucking up our entire system, right? With reproductive problems, with men having low testosterone at a way too young of an age, the feminization of men socially and physically with our food, and the masculinization of women socially and physically. It's all working in tandem. So we're completely fucking up our entire, I guess, structure of human, social, physical. We're just fucking up everything. We're fucking up our health physically. We're fucking up our health mentally. And people are confused as to what gender they are. People are confused as to what racism actually is, like every different level. And you can have your own beliefs. And I don't really care what other people do, is my point, which is why we're all here together, because we're doing best for ourselves. And I want everyone to do the best for themselves. But there's a lot of denial going around. Like we've talked about many times about depression, and of course, food can't cause depression. Papa Swole, you just don't know what you're talking about. Talk to your doctor, because food couldn't possibly cause mental health problems. Sure it can. Sure it can. You're eating garbage food that your body can't process, causing chronic inflammation, not to mention the packaging or the processing that's also compounding that inflammation, those problems. It's all related. It's all related. And then you add on social media and this whole complete shrinking and stress-filled environment. It's just a hot mess. So it's really important that we need to be aware of our surroundings, aware of what we're doing, aware of the pitfalls, and aware of what roads we're going down. So it's one thing to use social media. It's another thing to let it run your life and to let it control you and to succumb to these issues. So we have to use it. We have to use it to our advantage. Yeah, I wonder what Joe has eaten most of his life. Well, I don't know. He has type 3 diabetes, pretty much. He has dementia, so he's completely slid off the fucking cliff. So I think he needs some more organ meats. I doubt Bo Jiden eats enough organ meats. He needs some more organ meats. Man. He needs some more organ meats. He needs some more food. Let's see. MN, people never talk about with any food source about population being a factor. Also processed crap about like the fake meat burgers have so much unneeded crap. Well, in Dr. Saladino's latest podcast, he was talking about how people are complaining that meat uses so many more resources, but he literally breaks down, I think what almonds, he said in the podcast, you could check it out. I recommend it again, that almonds use 10 or 100 times the amount of water that grass-fed beef uses. I mean, it's complete skewed data. They're completely manufacturing and cherry picking the data and leveraging it and positioning it to make it seem like eating a fucking steak is the most evil thing that you could possibly do. So this is big time virtue signaling, and it doesn't mean that we don't have issues to deal with the climate, but there are many other things that are actually causing more damage. And it's a global thing. It's not something that, you know, even if the entire United States all of a sudden was completely fixed by snapping your fingers like Thanos, you still have 80% of the rest of the world that is completely trashing everything the same way. So to get everyone, you have to get the entire world. It's one planet. Even if the entire United States just completely flipped the switch. So it goes a lot deeper than that. And we have to be realistic and can't be poisoning our own people and killing people with lies and deception in order to right this ship, because it's only going to make it worse in the long run. Jesus Christ, Mike. I'm not even going to read that. Yeah. So this is just feeding the same old bullshit narrative, right? You know, white people are evil. Everything's bad in this country. All police are bad. Meat is evil. It's just the same. It's all the same vein. It doesn't seem like it is, but the deeper you go with geopolitics, the more you listen to, the more you read, you understand that it's the same movement across the entire. It's a horizontal takeover. This is literally what. This is really what socialism and communism does. Like, it's infiltrated our entire system horizontally across every single facet, every single business. That's why you're dealing with anti-racism trainings and work and all this type of stuff. But this is so, if we talk about this, we can't separate this from health. Health and wealth are linked. This is all the same. So when we look at the 7 pillars, for example, the reason why this is important, you know, it doesn't even matter who you voted for. It doesn't necessarily matter what your political belief. This is our physical, this is our livelihood. You know, we need to slough off all the bullshit and realize that this is where we're living. This is our wellness as a collective. All right. Even in just the Swole fam, like this is all of us trying to make this a better place to live for us and for our children. So it has nothing to do with any of that, really. But all these big conglomerates have politicians in their back pocket, and the system is fundamentally broken and skewed towards poisoning and damaging us to make a buck. And whether or not there's like some, X-Files type, syndicate behind the scenes, it really doesn't, that's more of a conspiracy theory. It's possible. And it's very kind of likely that it is working in concert, maybe not that deliberate like a movie, but you have people that are completely in the clouds, like altered carbon. You have people that are in the clouds that don't have any connection with the people on the ground, what's actually going on. We don't manufacture any of our own products. Everyone's completely disconnected, living in a virtual world. No one has taken any responsibility. People don't believe that being obese is bad for you and having terrible fucking habits is bad for you. Everyone's trying to protect everyone's feelings and just completely discounting all reality in favor of some bullshit narrative that they're getting fed through like a fucking tube. Remember Batman Forever? When the Riddler was sucking people's brains out, him and Tommy Lee Jones were putting that fucking, suction cup on their head and just sucking people's fucking brains, and they're all staring at the TV. It's the same thing, but cell phones. All right. Everyone's life is just getting sucked out of their fucking heads, and they're allowing it to happen. So don't be a sheep and take care of yourself and bust through all that nonsense.
What's in the box?
Hit that like button. Let's get on in. Nice rant to start it off, but it's true. This is all connected. You can't separate it. You can't separate it. And if no one talks, if no one says anything and speaks out, guess what? Canceling will continue. I made a video yesterday on TikTok that got banned again for harassment. So people can shove virtue signaling down your throat, but then when you actually make a funny response to one of their videos, it gets blocked for bullying and harassment. So someone can harass me and tell me what to do with my body, but if I disagree and make a funny joke in response, that gets banned. So if you don't think freedom of speech is important, then okay, don't say anything. But when they come knocking on your door, you have no right to complain. When they drag you off to the gulag, maybe that won't happen, but maybe theoretically or in other ways it will happen. You'll lose your job, you lose your home, you can't go to your bank and take out money. This is what's going to happen. It's slowly happening. It's slowly happening where you can't say a fucking thing. So it's important that we talk about health in that way, but understand that this fat acceptance, body positivity, banning meat or getting rid of meat products or, cutting down on it. People are saying, how are they going to cut down on meat? They could tax it. They can fucking tax it. They can make it not profitable for people to have these types of businesses. They can put pressure on regenerative farms or, grass-fed farms and such like that. I mean, it's all related. Like I said, it's horizontal, so it might not seem related. You might want to avoid politics, X, Y, and Z, but we're living in a world where it's all interconnected, and you have to sink or swim. And either you're going to step up to the plate and say something, or you're going to keep your mouth shut and get run over. So my choice, my mouth, my choice. And that being said, let's read Cat Mom's fucking post. That's what I have to say about that. Jenny.
My name's Forrest Gump.
All right, Cat Mom says, hey fam, been out of the loop a bit, had to go take care of my mom with a health scare. She's good now and I managed to do some brain gains and yoga to keep myself sane. I even managed to hold on to my 25-pound weight loss and not gain any pounds even though I was crazy stressed. Really happy to be back. We're happy to have you back, Cat Mom. Hillary, hey Swole fam, who else has dealt with body dysmorphia during their journey? I developed it back in 2013 when I was battling with anorexia and recovered from it in 2017. I started my fitness journey beginning of 2021, and I'm still going strong and surrounding myself with incredible people who helped me during the process. As I started up, I kept obsessing how I'm not losing weight and basically spiraling to the point I didn't want to work out, but I kept pushing. Today, I looked at myself and was proud for a good minute since now I can fit into jeans that I bought from Fashion Nova a couple months back, but still could see my tummy. Ugh, but I know I got this regardless. You do? You do? You do? You do. You do. Yeah, everyone suffers from it a little bit. I mean, you're going to look in the mirror and sometimes see good lighting. Sometimes you're going to be happy. Sometimes you're not going to be happy. You can't beat yourself up about it. You can't beat yourself up about it. You just got to keep on improving yourself. And the way you look physically is going to change over time. It might not change as fast or as well as you want, but it takes a lot more work than most people think. It's not just a couple simple habits you change. The body is going to be very resilient to change. And it's not natural to change dramatically because you weren't supposed to go that direction to begin with. Humans are meant to be active and eating properly their whole life. We're not supposed to have been fucked with blue light and garbage food and sedentary lifestyles and all these things our entire life. It gets compounded. It's really hard to undo it. And everyone's going to be different, but you've been seeing progress and just keep on crushing it. Keep your head down and keep on trucking. Lena, hi, I've been training for 10 weeks in Swole season now and think it's great fun, but I have a fat percentage of 26 approximately and would like to reduce it a bit. What is best then? Should I continue training with less food in the Swole season or run 90-day dash again? Thanks in advance. I couldn't care less so much about eating less food. I want to know what you're eating, Lena. So you'll have to follow up on that post because, calories matter, but you can lose weight. Technically, you can trim fat over time by eating less inflammatory foods. What are your other habits I'm more curious about? Just a simple caloric deficit isn't the healthy approach. It's more about making sure that the food quality is optimal. So without knowing that, I'm not going to tell you to eat less food because if you're not getting optimal nutrients, then you're just starving yourself or starving your body even more. So I would recommend if you're not getting any organ meats, either add some or get one of the beef organ supplements in the Amazon store, just to, fill in those gaps because it can be a huge game changer if you're missing a lot of those micronutrients for sure. Just my thoughts just from the general comment that was, because don't have all the information there. Merlin, 1585 from the private Swole Fam Discord. Let's see here. Hi, I'm looking for an alternative to lunges. I have mild arthritis in my knees, and when they act up, lunges are painful. Looking on Google, the popular recommendation is glute bridges. Thoughts? There's no alternative to lunges. There's different exercises, but you're essentially, by doing glute bridges, you're just avoiding anything with your knees. And to be honest with you, if you don't mobilize or deal with the issue in your knees, you're going to become less and less mobile over time, and it's going to get worse. So I would practice yoga fervently. I would make sure as long as you're cleared, really important to work on your mobility and work on mobilizing as best you can. You can work on your ankle mobility as well, which is really important. Doing deep lunges on a box is very beneficial. Yoga, again, doing like runner stretches and things of that nature will help you mobilize your hamstrings, your hips, your ankles. A lot of that is very important and directly related to the knees. We talked about the ankle and foot complex last week in our masterclass, not this past Thursday, but the week before. Mobilizing your soleus, activating your tibialis anterior, all those things are very, very important. I mean, glute bridges are fantastic, Merlin, so absolutely you can do that. But I want to know also what else you're consuming. I mean, maybe bone broth, collagen, those types of supplements can be beneficial, and also practicing your yoga and working on your hip and ankle and knee mobility. So lengthening those quads and hamstrings, activating your hip flexors, mobilizing your hip flexors, activating your glutes. But yoga is a really great, simple thing, like a one-off for me to tell you that you can practice and make sure that you are addressing that consistently. Yoga takes care of a holy fucking Christ. Maybe we'll it's really long. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. All right, we'll do it fast. That's really long. Good morning. Sorry for the long message. All right. I found Swolenormous's Odyssey channel. Swolenormous's Odyssey channel. What the fuck is that? Swolenormous's Odyssey channel. I don't even know what that is. I have an Odyssey channel. Does anyone know what that is? I have no idea what that is. And knew it was what I've been looking for. Sweet. Awesome. I have no idea what that is. Is that an app or something? Like, it must be importing from somewhere else if it is. Yeah. I'm a 40-year-old, 100% disabled veteran who left the military about 9 years ago with back, knee, and shoulder problems. I left with depression, PTSD, some irrational anxieties, and a ton of excuses. I ballooned to close to 400 pounds. Messed up on prescribed meds and alcohol. There are a boat full of legit reasons I was messed up, and it took me 7 years to figure out that I needed to make none of them matter if I was going to fix myself. I've been fighting every day since to live for my wife, my kids, and my granddaughter. It's awesome. In July 2019, after realizing the importance of getting quality food, I bought 10 acres to start homesteading. Nice. Making the first pillar a near full-time job. I deleted social media. My phone doesn't notify me of anything except texts and phone calls. I started spending time outside, connecting to the earth, and beginning to feel connected to everyone else. A month ago, we finished our raised beds, bought 6 chickens with 6 more coming in August. We have finally started to grow our own food. This is awesome, dude. I sit at 320 pounds after finding out how much more amazing I feel on keto. Nearly 80 pounds. Took about 2 months to put on, a year to take off, and 3 months of plateau. No exercise outside of working on my property. I joined for the exercise, yoga, and meditation, but mostly the community and accountability. Well, lay it down, baby. I have made it this far and built a lot of habits. However, it feels like I'm walking the edge of a cliff and I could fall any moment. I'd love to have a community safety net there to catch me if that happens so I can walk that edge with confidence. Well, Travis, walk that fucking edge with confidence. You've already been doing it. Holy shit, dude. Sounds like you've been walking it fucking confidently as hell. Sounds like you've been walking it confidently, and you need to support yourself. Support yourself. You're supporting yourself in the best way. In the best fucking way. That's legit. That's absolutely legit, Travis. I mean, I'm super proud of you, man. Happy to hear it. Thank you for your service. And dude, we're all here for you, and send some pictures too. If you can post it up in one of the groups. Obviously you said you're off social media for the most part, so Discord, but you can post up some pictures of what you're doing over there. I'm sure we'd love to see it, love to share it, but you're making massive changes. I know you're saying that you're walking the edge of a cliff, not as much as you think, man. It's just one day at a time. You're in the right place, and I love it. I love it. This post is long, but juicy and super important, but you literally outlined exactly what I was talking about, right? Social media is fucking people's brains up. I know we all come here for the podcast to connect with each other, but most of you only use YouTube or Facebook or Discord for the Swole fam. So do I. You know, of course, we do private streams inside Swole TV. So a lot of us don't even use social media apps. I don't use any of it. I don't. I post a lot of content, but I post and I engage with some of the comments on TikTok and a couple things here and there. But what I do personally, it's like Swole text. It's Swole text. It's doing the Swole After Dark. It's here on the Mancast. I don't consume content there. I consume content on podcasts. I avoid consuming content on social media. TikTok traps me now and again because it's such a fucking evil app in that sense. You know, even just opening it up, you have to, like, literally when you open the app, close your eyes or block the screen, because I try to go to my profile so I can go right to my video and answer a couple comments or post a video. You know, sometimes just get stuck in that fucking swipe mode. It's brutal. It's brutal. You realize how addictive it is because all of a sudden you see a couple videos on TikTok and you just feel compelled to see the next one, because you get that scroll. You get that fucking scroll. It's kind of like a slot machine. It's really crazy. But Travis, you're fucking crushing it, man. Like, keep on going and keep us posted. Last one, I believe. This one's from Tyler, Pillar 2 Nutrition from the Swolenormous X discussion boards. Good morning, fam. So as of today, I'm going into a slight calorie surplus. Hold on. Nice.
Well, I'll be damned.
For gaining muscle without fat. I've been in a deficit for a year while trying to build muscle in a deficit. It wasn't quite working out well. When I went to the gym for the first time, they weighed me on the scale. I had no clue what it was at the time. I got my results after for my calories and body percentages, etc. I looked at it and it said I needed 3,100 calories, 230 grams of protein, 350 grams of carbs, and 87 gram of fats. Like, there's no way I need that much just to build muscle, I remind you. Is that accurate? Anyway, that's what I'm working with. Take care, everyone. Have a swole excellent day. Hashtag Swole fam. Don't be a beesh. Don't be a boosh, or you'll end up like Dainty Magooch. Hey. I love it. That's going to be on a shirt. Don't be a beesh. Don't be a boosh. I'll make it a shirt. That's on the list. It's coming. Let's see here. 31, if you're trying to build muscle, it depends on, you did an in-body scale or something like that. Yeah, they're not really accurate. 230 grams of protein. So that's what? 900, 1,000 calories. Then you have 350. This is like what? 40, 30, 30 or some shit. I have to do the calculation. I'm not going to do it in the moment. But 350 grams of carbs. That's like 1,300 or 1,400 calories from carbohydrates. And 87 grams of fat. That's that's what? 500. 9 times 8. No, I'm sorry. 7 or 860 calories from fat. So you're doing more of a, lower, it's like a 40, this is like a very generic, it's a very generic intake. That's like a 40, 30, 30. That's like the standard American diet type thing, right? That looks like is that accurate? You have to do the math right there, but it looks like from the look of it, I don't do a lot of calorie counting anymore. So you have to do the percentages, but multiply the grams by 4, the carbs by 4, and the fats by 9. So it looks like a 40, 30, 30. I prefer more fat. I prefer going and making the fats more of the total calories for the carbs, but it depends on what you're trying to really accomplish. Said building muscle, you don't need that much carbohydrates. The protein might be about right if you're trying to minimize your fat gain. If you're more fat adapted, you can probably swap out the carbs for more fat and keep the protein around the same. I'm not sure how much you weigh, so it could be a little bit on the high side. You don't really need anything more than like a gram per pound of body weight is probably a little bit much, for what you need to do. Yeah, 350 grams of carbs. That's hefty. That's a lot. That's a lot, especially if you're not trying to, put on too much body fat. It also depends on what's right for you, but I feel like you could probably, let's see, so 3,100 calories. Yeah, I feel like you could probably do a little bit more of the fat, less of the carbohydrates. But that's the thing that I usually play around with. Personally, if I want to lean out or if I feel like I need a little bit more of a boost, I'll have some more raw honey, some dates. Maybe I'll have a sweet potato or some white rice or something, once in a while. More honey and dates and berries. I haven't had sweet potato in a while. I had a little bit of white rice last night, a little bit mixed with some scrambled eggs. But I don't personally like that much in terms of the carbs. But again, the quality and the content of what those carbs contain is a big difference. So you can see how this would be a problem if someone's eating garbage foods. Not that you are, Tyler, but if you're eating garbage foods and you're playing with these numbers, it's not about the macro. It's about what else these foods are doing to your body. If you're consuming garbage quality foods, then those 350 grams of carbs or vegetable oil type fats, right? Polyunsaturated fats, you're going to get a lot of other issues based on what you're eating that can be endocrine disruptors, that can cause inflammation, that can cause other problems that would still keep you from getting the optimal goals. Even if those macros were ideal, the actual food quality is having other effects inside your body. Does that make sense? So, I mean, to gain weight, that's not really out of line. It might be a little high, depends on your body weight and such, and your lean mass, but yeah, it could be around 3,000 calories, but I would just look at those ratios and maybe play around with those a little bit. Play around a little bit with that. A little bit. All right. So if you're interested, I didn't mention this at the beginning, but if you're interested in joining the Swole fam right there at the bottom of the screen, swolenormousx.com/SummerSwole. We're wrapping up the Summer Swole special in the next week or two, so don't miss out. You already missed the early bird special. I know, but hey, come on. It's still available. You just missed out on the early bird 3-month, but now we got a couple more that are ending shortly. So don't miss out on that. swolenormousx.com/SummerSwole. Let's take a couple questions from Instagram and then we'll get into you have no idea what month this is, what month we're in. We're in May, but you might not know. When we go balls deep, we got something special for you. We got something special. All right, let's look at this one here. Man, it's fucking hot in here. Like I just get cooked by the sun. Woo, it's getting a little bit sweaty. It's getting a little sweaty in here. All right, so ask a question, drop in the comments below.
What's in the box?
Hashtag Ask Papa Schwolio. We got one from Anriel. I'm sorry, hold on a second. Anriel Usedip. Henri, l'USDP. Anriel US. Henri LUSDP. I have no idea what's going on here. I tried. Your view on natural supplements for muscle building. Depends on what you mean by natural supplements. for me, I would call a natural supplement like an organ supplement, for example. Now, a supplement is just, I'll loosely define that as something that you're consuming to supplement your nutrition. So for example, I eat my steak, I eat my food, whatever it is, I eat my meals, and then I'll also take a couple extra. I had some raw beef liver earlier today, but later on I'll have some, other supplements, that have a little bit of liver in them. Just be careful, not taking too much liver, but I'll get some kidney later. I'll get some heart, I'll get some bone marrow, and I'll get some trachea. I'll get some other little supplements that I have from Ancestral Supplements, and I'll have a couple of other ones. And those were natural. You can take some magnesium. That could be beneficial. And if you do any kind of like natural or unflavored, or, you make your own pre-workout without fillers and you weigh it yourself, or you get unflavored ones, that's up to you, or black coffee, things like that. There's a lot of different things that could be considered a supplement. It depends on what you mean by a natural supplement. The word natural is really loosely used, and I use it. We all kind of use it, but obviously the way one person uses it might not be the way someone else uses it, because some people will say, well, anything in this world is natural because humans are creating it. So everything that we're creating on this earth is coming from stuff on this earth. So it has to be considered natural because it's here. But at the same time, it's not naturally occurring. Let's say beef organs, they're naturally occurring. However, those supplements are also processed, right? You're grinding it up, you're dehydrating, you're desiccating them, and there could be impurities in some of those supplements, even some of the organ supplements. Like there's always a risk. It's touching metal. They're doing it in mass quantities. And, there's always a risk with anything, unless you're like Travis, who's doing homesteading. And then, from literally from the ground all the way to your plate, exactly where it's been, exactly what it's eating, exactly. But then at the same time, when you have rain coming down from the sky, it's a wonderful thing, right? It's a wonderful thing. Rain coming down on natural rain. What about the pollution? You're getting plastics in your rain. You're getting toxins in your rain because it's coming down the plains in the sky with the fucking fumes and the fuel and everything. Like, this whole world is infested with what we've done to it. We've literally dug up shit from inside the ground and, put it back up in the air with the carbon emissions and stuff. So, we have to do the best that we can. We try to do the best that we can. All right. So my view is whatever works for you, but just understand the risks. And it has to be like anything. If you go skydiving, for example, you're assuming the risk. It could be one of the most blissful, I've never been, but it could be one of the most blissful, amazing experiences of your life, or your parachute doesn't open and you fucking hit the ground, splat. So you have to be able to assume the risk. So if you're consuming a product, there's a risk. If I take an organ supplement, there's a risk. There's something in it that I don't want. But at the same time, are you going to weigh that risk? The chance might be small, but it happens. Things happen. You never know. You just have to be open to the possibilities and understand how this works and how human industry works, and nothing's perfect. So unless you're doing it yourself, there's a risk, and there's a risk doing it yourself too. And there's a time, right? There's a time suck and all that type of stuff. All right. Jarret Ladier. He asked another question. I think we did this yesterday, and I really went into the name, Jarret Ladier. Jarret Ladier. You keep on asking these amazing questions. Keep on asking questions, Jarret. I love saying your name, Jarret Ladier. Papa Solia, what's your opinion on an oatmeal, chicken, and rice to fill you up diet? I think you're just filling yourself up and you're not getting any fucking nutrition. How about that shit? All right, settle down.
Stop whining.
Settle down. I don't like oatmeal. I used to eat it regularly, but it sits like a brick in your fucking stomach. And I feel bad for my body every day eating the amounts of oatmeal that I did. And I feel so much fucking better by kicking that shit to the curb. And yes, I ate quality oatmeal, quote unquote. There is no such thing in my opinion now. From experience, I ate the gluten-free Red Mills fucking oats and stuff, and that always felt like a brick in your stomach. A fucking brick. Man, you leave oatmeal out for a couple minutes without eating it, it turns into a brick. I literally feel like if you have like a house and you need to, the grout's kind of falling apart, just slap some oatmeal on it, leave it for a couple hours, boom, sealed. Sealed. We're not supposed to eat oats. All right. We're not supposed to eat grains. We're not supposed to eat oats. They're detrimental to the body. All right. You don't have to agree with me, but you're going to be better off making other choices. You're going to be so much better off making other choices. This is not something that humans have evolved to digest. All right. Fuck that shit. I personally am not a big fan of chicken. I don't feel like it gives me any kind of value. I'll eat it. I'll eat it. I'll eat it if Mama Solio makes it, if it's soy free and grain, if it's, no soy, you don't want to eat that shit. I don't really think so, Ren. I mean, maybe unless you're, you're making it yourself, but don't fill yourself up. If you're filling yourself up, that's part of the problem. You could eat styrofoam and fill yourself up. Rice, maybe in small quantities, white rice, avoid the husked, the brown rice. That's going to be really hard for your body to digest. Yeah. Just where are the nutrients? Where? You get a little protein from chicken, but aside from that, I would look elsewhere. If you're eating quality fats, you're eating enough animal-based products, and you're eating quality, healthy fats, it's going to change your life. Hands down. I see someone in the comments, Dwayne, yeah, your waistline differs. I mean, you're filling yourself up and you're filling yourself and you're getting full. Yeah, your waistline might have been going down, but it's probably because of the caloric deficit, because you're getting full from eating like congealed sand, which is how I feel about oatmeal. But to each their own. You can eat it. I did for a long time. And my physique, my waistline, shit just went fucking down. Ever since I got rid of oats, I had less acne, less issues, joint pain. I didn't have any more bloating. I felt more energy. I didn't feel sluggish. Huge difference. So I speak with personal experience. So, you can still eat whatever the hell you want. It's up to you. But yeah, I used to eat it for a long time. I used to mix egg whites in with the oatmeal. My God. Now I ditch the oatmeal. I eat whole eggs. I've never felt better. So go after it, but just my thoughts. You don't have to avoid it, but just think about it. Juan, we'll take a couple questions here. We'll take a couple questions in the comments live right after this one. Juan, 77507. Papa Swole, what are some good dumbbell exercises for quad growth? I did, check out my TikTok. I did a couple of those skier squats. Skier squats are great. Walking lunges are great. Ass to grass lunges are great. You can do static lunges, step back lunges, walking lunges. You can do, for quad growth, you can do sissy squats if you have hip and ankle and knee mobility without dumbbells or with a light dumbbell. You can do split squats. Bulgarian split squats are fantastic. Literally, you could do any exercise with a dumbbell, a barbell, as with dumbbells. You're just not going to necessarily be able to go as heavy as with dumbbells because you have to hold the weight or put them on your shoulders. So you might be able to squat 225. It's going to be a lot less comfortable squatting with like 100-pound dumbbells because it's going to default to your grip strength. So Bulgarian squats, single leg squats are great. Curtsy lunges are fantastic. There's so many. I just posted a TikTok video of barbell squats, literally for the first time, like in a year and a month or so, I was doing barbell squats. So, but I still don't have my squat rack set up. So I had to do like a clean and it wasn't comfortable. So I'm kind of getting, getting my tip wet again, but it's squat season coming up. So right when I'm able to get that squat rack up, then I'm going to start going a lot heavier with squats. In the meantime, doing lunges, RDLs, a lot of other things, walking lunges. I love that. Now I have more space. So I'm really crushing a lot of those things, doing a lot of Nordic curls and things of that nature. So I feel great. I feel amazing. And that's what I would choose for quad growth. But Bulgarian split squats and walking lunges, step back lunges, curtsy lunges are all going to be great options. Probably Bulgarian split squats will be one of the best ones for quad growth. The powerful lifting pixie, are rest days really necessary to build muscle? Fuck yeah. Let's take some Swole fam questions. Yeah, rest days, don't confuse rest days with active rest days. Like sitting around your ass doing nothing. No, do some yoga, do some mobility. Don't just sit around, but absolutely. Your body is not building when you're training. You're breaking down your muscle tissue. You're causing micro trauma. So if you're not giving your body a chance to recover between subsequent workout sessions and you're eating properly, hydrating properly, which is why all 7 pillars are so important, you're going to fuck your world up. You're growing when you're not in the gym. You're growing when you're not training. Dwayne, my power rack was one of the best purchases I've ever made. Hell yeah. I have it's not set up. It's broken down. It's not a full power rack. It's a squat rack. So it can be built out and expanded into a power rack. I don't actually really need a power rack. The squat rack is going to be fine, but it has like the big arms and shit. So I may get the full cage, but once we get like some more concrete laid out back, I'll decide. But I'm just really excited to be able to unrack the fucking bar and have that. I'm stoked. I'm super stoked. But power racks, squat racks, huge difference. Game changer. Game fucking changer. Oh, you got that? The half rack with it? Yeah, there you go. There you go. Nice. I'm so excited. God, Dwayne, you just got me fucking amped. You just got me fucking amped, Dwayne. Fucking, God damn it. Now I'm fucking amped.
He's heating up.
Now I'm amped. Now I want to go do squats. I just did legs yesterday. I'm sore as shit, but now you got me amped. Elise, what's your opinion on Eugenia Cooney's weight? I know absolutely nothing. I don't know what the fuck. I don't even know who she is, barely. She was anorexic or something? I have no fucking idea. I know nothing about anything. I think she's a skinny girl. That's all I know about her. I think I might have made a video before. I made so many videos about people with all sorts of disorders and psychological defects. I don't even know. I don't know what the latest is, so you can maybe summarize in the comments, but I don't know. People need help. More often than not, people just need to get off social media and actually take care of their lives. That's why I don't like when people live their whole lives in front of the camera. I do my content, in the Swole fam, in the private episodes, we go a little bit deeper, but my life is my life. And then we do content and stuff like that. So, the Swole fam, we always go deeper. We had Mama Swolio on the Mancast last weekend for Swole, the Swole After Dark and shit like that. But people that live their whole relationships and all their personal stuff online, it's fucking weird. It's really weird. And it's a real cry for help when people, grow up or live everything through a YouTube channel and shit like that. It's so fucking weird. So in all honesty, I don't go on YouTube. I might watch one show, but I have another account actually. And you might want to do this. I have a few accounts. We have a few accounts that post the videos, the clips and stuff like that, all this different stuff. But when I use YouTube, I have a separate account and I just go and I literally watch one show. I'll watch one thing for some stuff and that's it. If I ever want to look at something, I look on this one channel, but usually, I have YouTube Premium, so I'll play a video and I'll close the phone. I don't like to look at shit. I like to listen. I don't know. It's weird. People just live their whole lives online and it's really fucked up because then you attach all the views and the likes and your engagement to your self-worth. That was nice. That was a weak one.
How about I send you a hobo's dick cheese?
So if you live and if you share everything and you live your whole life in front of the camera, then, your viewer count or your subscriber count, that's your identity. I don't give a shit. Yesterday, people were unsubscribed on TikTok because they got offended because I told that guy to go fuck himself or to suck my dick, essentially, without saying that. So I got banned for harassment and bullying because it's okay for the authoritarian despots to fucking tell me what to inject into my body. But if I say, no, I don't want to, they can't handle it. And I'm a bully. I'm harassing. You want to inject me with shit. And I just choose not to because I don't have to. But then I'm the bad person. So, yeah. I told him to suck my dick until his face turned blue. Essentially. I didn't say that. Literally. I did, but I didn't. And of course, I got banned when I was going viral. It was a good joke. It was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
How about I send you a hobo's dick cheese?
I tried to send him a hobo's dick cheese. Apparently he didn't want it. It looks like he liked it. Looks like he likes dick cheese, but could have fooled me. Apparently I was mistaken. So, oh well. I tried. He looked hungry. Let's see, Mike. Papa Swolio, when doing lateral tube walking, is there any difference between having the band around your ankles or thighs? Yeah, around your ankles. People put around their thighs all the time. It's stupid. It depends on the band, but if you have good form, most people don't have good form, so I would recommend putting around your lower leg. No, you don't want it above the knee. You want it down there, but you want to make sure that you're not opening up your feet. You want to make sure that your hips are in the right position. People put around their thighs. The problem is by putting it above your knees, people lead with their knees. So if you lead with your knees, your chances are you're going to lead with your foot, you're going to open up, and you're going to lose your form. If you keep around your lower legs, it's actually going to be more tension because, from my experience, you're actually going to, it depends on the band. Some bands are meant to be above your thighs. Some bands, like the little rubber bands, are designed generally to be around your ankles. Just make sure your feet are straight ahead, sucking your stomach. You're not losing your form. You're keeping your knees wide. You're not caving in. You don't want any knee valgus and external rotation with the feet. So good form is good form. You can make the argument, maybe muscle activation based on these things. I prefer using the rubber bands for lateral tube walking around my lower leg. Just make sure your form is on point. Let's see. Smokey, weird question, but is urinating numerous times of one day okay? I urinate frequently. I mean, it depends on how much you're urinating. I'm drinking plenty of water, so I urinate for sure. I mean, how much? You said numerous times? I mean, I pee numerous times. I might poop more than once, too. Ooh. Poop talk. Fuck, it's getting hot in here. Oof. This summer's it's going to be a brutal summer. It's so fucking hot outside already. Let's see here. Scrolling down. Let's see here. All right, let's get into the next phase. That's good for questions. I don't feel like taking any more dumb questions on Instagram. No, these are actually not bad. We could take some of those tomorrow. We could take, no, those aren't dumb. We'll take some more of those tomorrow. Oh, I hit that button twice. Hold on. We'll come back. There we go.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. That's deep.
All right. Very nice. So, the exciting part, make sure, by the way, if you're interested in joining the Swole fam and getting access to all the private live streams, tomorrow is Ask Papa Swole live. Monday is our accountability meeting at 12 noon Eastern time. You can get access to all the exclusive live streams over at swolenormsx.com/summerswole. But fam, today it's May, right? It's gonna be May. It's May right now. And guess what it is? Guess what it is today, fam? You guessed it.
What's in the box?
Apparently a huge steaming pile of shit. It is Fat Liberation Month.
It's all bullshit. All of it.
Oh my God, because we have to liberate fat, right? We have to liberate fat. The fat is caged up. The fat is imprisoned. It's fucking under surveillance. We must liberate the fat. This is from Cycloptic Cupcake. These are all troll accounts. There's no way these are actually real people. If they are, man, do they need to go get their own country? Do they need to literally get on a ship and just float out to fucking sea? You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking all these people can go live on that floating pile of like debris in the Pacific Ocean, like that big fucking massive, like miles and miles of toxic waste that's just circulating in the middle of the ocean. Why don't we just like let them float on that? It's not much different. That's where we put all our refuse, right? That's where we put all our trash. They can fucking go there too. Oh God. Anyone at NAAFA? What the fuck is that? What's NAFA? NAFA. Get a couple more vowels in there. All right, everyone at NAFA. What is that? Someone Google that. NAFA is proud and excited to announce our first ever Fat Liberation Month. Jesus Christ. Fat liberation. What does that even mean? What could that possibly mean? Oh, wait, here we go. We have it all broken down for us. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Have you looked down that quickly?
I didn't know they stacked shit that high.
Oh my God. This is going to be painful. This is probably the only one we're going to do. This is going to hurt, fam. Like a Band-Aid. Right off. Welcome to the very first Fat Liberation Month, BBS. What does that mean? Babes? Or big, beautiful babies? Bubs? Bibibas? All right, let's go back to this first one because we got a definition here. Let's see. Dawn says, founded in 1969, the National Association to Advance Fat Acceptance. Fucking fat. This fat aggression is getting out of control. Is a non-profit, non-healthy, all-volunteer fat rights organization. I added that part, by the way. The not healthy part. Dedicated to protecting the rights. What rights? The fat... Okay, hold on. I'll read it. Dedicated to protecting the rights and improving the quality of life for fat people. Lose weight. Change your habits. That will fucking improve your quality of life. You want... Improving the quality of life for fat people. How about that? Don't be fat. That'll improve your life. God, this is stupid. You can't get stupider than this. You really can't. You can't get stupider than this. Look at this, 1969. This liberal shit started fucking 50 fucking years ago. This retardation is spreading like a goddamn plague. Tell me this is not the real pandemic. Holy evil shit. This is so twisted. NAFA works to eliminate discrimination based on body size. There's no discrimination. It's just not healthy. You can be fat. You're already fat, right? You can, no one's fighting you. It's just stating facts. You can stay there. It's just because you're loud and annoying. We got to push back on things that don't make sense. It's the same thing as if you were saying 2 + 2 = 5. I'd be like, no, it's not. It's 4. Okay, bye. You just won't shut up. So we have to keep on talking about it. So NAFA works to eliminate discrimination based on body size and provide fat people with the tools for self-improvement through advocacy, public education, and support. In other words, I need someone to feed me Oreos and rub my belly because I feel miserable and depressed because I'm eating garbage food all the fucking time. All right. Okay. All gains matter. We know that. All gains matter. All right, here we go. We have a list to go through. It's going to take a hot minute. Let us do this, right? These are all, like, for those that are just listening, this is like a list of things to do. Okay, number 1, burn anti-fat bias down to the ground. Hey, sounds like Minnesota, right? Hey-oh, nice one. Don't you mean Portland? I'm sorry. I thought you said burn to the ground. Okay. Anti-fat bias down to the ground. That sounds good. So anyone that disagrees, just burn them. Are we burning people at the stake now? When does that end? Sounds very productive and constructive. Let's just burn it to the ground. Cool. Let's burn it to the ground. Let's reclaim our right to eat well. No one's stopping you from eating well. You eat too much and you eat garbage. If you ate better, then you wouldn't be fat. Then you wouldn't be able to be in this organization to proclaim your fucking feelings are hurt. You see how this rhetoric works? It's completely circular, so it fucks with your head, so you can't argue it. That's the whole point. That's what this woke shit is. All right. Find joy in movement. Go for a walk. Tons of fun. Size and self-accept. Whatever. Prioritize our health over our weight. How is that possible? You can't quantify this stupidity.
The more you hate me, the more you will learn.
You can't quantify stupid at this level of magnitude. Prioritize our health over our weight. How are you going to do that? How are you going to prioritize your health over your weight? How are you going to be healthy and stay obese? How the fuck is that going to happen? You see, this is someone these people are so disconnected from reality. Completely disconnected from reality. They're not even on this planet anymore. Celebrate all of our contributions. That makes no sense. You're just trying to make this a longer list. What contributions? To what? To the healthcare cost? To my tax bill? To the fucking scale that you refuse to step on because you're afraid to see that number fucking through the roof? Let's shout loudly the acknowledgement that anti-fat bias is rooted in It's rooted in anti-black bias as we fight to dismantle unjust systems. Fight for just medical treatment. You wouldn't have to worry so much if you were healthy. You wouldn't need to worry about all the medical treatments you're receiving because you're obese, because you're unhealthy. You're making my point again. Fight for equal pay. What? Hiring practices that are fair and just. What? And protections from firing due to sizeism. If you're too fat to work at a company, that's your problem. You can't be morbidly obese and be a flight attendant. You can't fit down the fucking aisle. Okay? Maybe you can't be a bus driver because you can't fit in the fucking seat. Maybe you can't, I don't know, you can't work construction because you're a fucking Ritz because you can't fit in the fucking elevator, or I don't know, whatever the fuck it is. Jesus Christ. Just go on Upwork and work from home. Like, if you're too fat for a job, that doesn't say anything about the job. It talks about you. You're too fat to be a personal trainer. We can't hire you because you look horrifically unhealthy and you can barely walk.
The sizeism.
Jabba the Hutt. You can't be a fucking personal trainer. You're too obese. See how stupid that sounds? Yeah, it's the same thing. It's just a more extreme situation. If any other job said that, I'd be like, that's sizeism. We don't want to hire you because you don't fit the role. You eat the role. You don't fit the role. Recognize our beauty and worth. Nope. You need to recognize your own worth. That's your own self-esteem. Your beauty is subjective, and I disagree. So I don't have to recognize shit, you twat. I don't have to recognize anything. I don't think you're beautiful. You can think you're beautiful. That's fine. It's called subjective. You can think whatever you want. You can like a movie. I don't have to like it. So I don't have to think you're beautiful. You can think you're beautiful. That's good. But beauty, while being in denial of your health, it's only going to, you're only affecting yourself, by the way. You're only affecting yourself. The last one, make space for everyone in the movement and actively decenter cis YT narratives. I have no idea what that is. Cis and YT. I don't know what that is. To decenter, I don't know what that is. I don't even understand what that means. To decenter cis dash YT narrative. What's a YT? YouTube? Make space for everyone in the movement. You're too fat. That's why you don't have enough space. If you're in a movement, which is ironic because you're not moving that much, if there's not enough space in the movement, it's because you're too fat. You'd have much more space in your movement if there was less human on you. No, that can't be true. No, that can't be true. No. Are you serious? I just learned something. No, don't put that in my brain. No way. No way. Oh my God. YT means white, like the letter. Oh. No fucking way. There's no goddamn way that's true. Are you fucking serious? I've never heard that before. YT is white? Oh, this person is such a fucking cunt. Oh, you're such a dumb cunt. I hope you watch this video and realize how much of a dumb cunt you are. Oh, my head. Hold on. No fucking way. Oh, I'm like tired now. I just got really tired. Oh my God, my neck. Holy shit. Yeah, we're one and done on that one. I can't do anything. I'm done. That broke my fucking brain. That was enough. That really hurt. I didn't think that was going to be that bad. I thought the first post, I thought this was going to be like, oh my God, haha, Fat Liberation Month. As you know, I don't look through these. It's kind of like a surprise. We do that on purpose. So it's kind of like, that's why I rage so hard. That's why I rage so hard on these, by the way. If you didn't know, if you're new to the podcast, relatively, you're listening, because I don't screen these first. It's not like I look at these, okay, and then I'm not making this up. This is actual, like I read this stuff right here live on the cast. I don't even look at it first. I trust the Swole team. Fuck this post. White? YT? Oh yeah, you can fuck all the way off on that. All right, yeah, this is... All right, so now let me read that last one again, just so, because now I know like that means white. I'm gonna use the word white. Stop trying to change my fucking language. I hate these people. I don't like to use the word hate, but I seem to use it a lot with it. No, I detest. It's just despicable. It's disgusting. It's pathetic. It's really pathetic. Yes, Citrine, you're excused. You can go throw up now. If anyone needs to go throw up, you're excused. I understand if you want to. I get it. I feel a little bit. Yeah. Make space for everyone. I thought it was YouTube. I'm like, hey, YouTube. All right. Actively decenter the cis YouTube community. Make space for everyone in the movement / actively decenter cis white narratives. All right. So we'll just end it with understanding that. And by the way, all of this wokeism, the anti-racism is racism. That's obviously flagrantly racist. And for some reason, we can't address that. As that's a huge problem. And I think that's a huge issue is the overuse of the term racism. White supremacy is not a common thing. It truly is not. Anyone that thinks so is completely delusional. It's not a common thing. How many white supremacists do you all know? Probably zero. Legitimately, probably zero. I know zero. I know zero. There aren't many. 300 plus million people, there are not many. People have no comprehension of what this world or what this country is like. I've traveled around the country many times, maybe not as much as all of you, but I've been around. There are not many. There's going to be more because this is just so fucking ridiculous, but it's not even going to be white supremacy. It's going to be just fucking stupid. It's just stupid, like, you know, allergic to stupidity. I know zero. I know zero. I know a lot of like racists because apparently all these bots or Twitter and all this shit, it's completely racist. It's horrifically racist. All right. The anti-fat bias is rooted in anti-black bias. How? What are you talking about? You shouldn't be fat because it's not healthy. You have poor lifestyle habits. What does that have to do with being anti-black? Like you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. You know, the more you use words, you're overusing. This is the boy who cried wolf. If you call everyone a white supremacist, you can't, like that level, that term is used so much. You're making it seem like it's not important. That's an important term. Now, when if someone calls me, I've had it. People call me white supremacist, like because I have what American flag. It's like, go fuck yourself. It's at the farthest thing from the truth. So this is a problem because when someone calls me, I don't care what you call me, but I've had people call me, you know, a white supremacist. That shouldn't just roll off my back so easily, should it? That shouldn't legitimately not bother me at all. Like it doesn't, I can't let it because it's so ridiculous. But that shouldn't be like, oh, you call me a racist. Oh, okay. No, I'm white supremacist. Oh, whatever. That shouldn't be a casual thing you throw around. The way I was raised, in the country and the culture that I was raised, that's a serious allegation. A serious allegation. That's not something you just throw around. That is like a big fucking deal. Now it's just thrown around like it's nothing. And you know why that's a problem? Because if you're normalizing the use of that terminology, guess what happens? You got to level it up. Now it's not white supremacy. Now you're calling people Nazis. That's not something that should be thrown around. That's being thrown around too. That's not a good thing. People don't learn history. This is why. Look, Orwell wrote about this. You delete history and you don't teach kids history, or you alter their view of history, right? You start teaching the 1619 Project bullshit and you erase like the actual true atrocities in history. People have no perspective and they don't realize everyone that was alive during World War II is now pretty much fucking dead. Okay, so as they keep on changing the Google search algorithms and as they keep on deleting these things and changing the positioning of them in schools, right? And they start changing how everything looks online, they memory hole everything. Guess what? Now people don't understand the true atrocities and the true genocides that happen in the world. No one talks about Genghis Khan. No one talks about Mao. No one talks about Hitler in the same way. Now everyone's a fucking Nazi. You don't throw that around. You used to call someone that, they would beat the living fuck out of you. They would beat the shit out of you. Can you imagine calling someone that like in the 50s or 60s? They would have beaten you to the fucking earth. That was a serious insult. That was a serious fucking insult. Yeah, go call your grandparents that. They'll beat you into the fucking ground. They would beat the shit out of you and then probably cry afterwards because they remember their fucking brothers and sisters that died fighting against them. It's disgusting. It's really disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. It's appalling. So obviously, this episode took a little bit of a turn just because that was a real disgusting post. Even if it was a troll post, it's still out there on the internet, and it's important to address because whether or not it's a joke, oh, it's just a troll post. Sure, they say that until it's actually serious knocking on your doorstep. But yeah, a lot of the stuff that is coming around now, the reason why this is all connected. this podcast and this show has always been about lifestyle, has always been about, I don't really like to use the term lifestyle. It's really always been about the 7 pillars. It's all about building yourself up, personal responsibility, taking control of your health, spreading that by leading by example. And I do understand that, a lot of the content, we have the Red, White, and Swole podcast, and a lot of the videos I've done lately about, the vaccine. It's not even about the vaccine, you all know me. I don't care if you take the vaccine or not. That's fine. You do what's right for your body. I don't like the authoritarian boot on the neck. I don't like people telling me what to do. Don't tell anyone what to do. Stop trying to impose your will on others. That's some evil shit. And if you keep on bending a knee and apologizing and taking it in the fucking ass, guess what? They're going to keep on taking more and more. And that's what they're doing. That's what the left is doing. That's what the authoritarians are doing. And it's happening everywhere. But people don't like to speak up because they don't have leverage. Most people can't say anything because, one, they don't have a platform. If you're just an individual, you have like 20 followers on Instagram. Who are you going to tell? You're going to post something. No one's going to distribute it. No one's going to see it. One person might like it, and that's it. So there are people out there that feel this way, but if they say something, their work will fire them, or they'll have to go in front of HR and explain, right? Or a lot of people can't take that risk. If you have a wife, you have kids, you have a job, and you can't say anything, you're like, oh shit, they want me to do this anti-racism training, and oh fuck, and what am I going to do? Like, I hear that. Most people can't say anything, right? Most people can't say anything, but I can, because we have each other, and we have a private platform, and that's why I'm not afraid to say something. And yeah, my videos on YouTube don't get reach. We all know that. My subscriber counts don't go up. If they do, they trickle. It's all right. It is what it is. But I'm going to say what I think, and that's why it's important that we're all here. And the fact that you're all here and you're part of the Swole fam, you support the podcast, you support all the content. But, not a lot of people have, it's one thing to be independent. It's one thing to be able to say something, but then it's another thing to have a platform where actually people can hear it. And I think it's very important. There are a lot of these important platforms out there that are even much, much bigger than mine, that are more on the chopping block than mine. Maybe not. Maybe not. When you say chopping block, when you say like next on the list, it depends. Like you might notice when, right, what Steven Crowder got demonetized and people get banned all the time. Like you're going to notice when someone with like 5, 10, 15 million followers gets deleted. You're not going to notice when someone with 100,000, 20,000, 5,000, 1,000 followers, you're not going to even notice that. You have no avenue to complain, no avenue to make a stink or use Twitter to get some attention. Like, no, they're all in cahoots together. So, as much as this is a fitness, this is a health, this is a life podcast. And you can't really separate this stuff. And I know you all understand that, which is why a lot of the content is kind of crossing over. This is not a political show. This is a life show. But it really is all the same. This is the same. And I was talking about this with Mama Swolio. The reason why is because this type of content is literally all on the same vein. It's a horizontal takeover. This is why the language, this is why the construction of the sentences, this is why the circular narrative, the mind fuckery, the double speak is the same in the fat acceptance with this bullshit, with the racist bullshit, with all this other stuff. Yeah, there's real stuff that exists. There's real racism out there. Nowhere near as much as they're making you think. Not even fucking close, a small percentage. And it doesn't mean that people's personal experiences might have otherwise. I've been in racist experiences. Yeah, I have been. I've been in situations surrounded by thousands of black people. Yeah, I've been in those situations. I didn't complain and bitch and moan, and I didn't fucking post about it online. I could have, but I didn't. It wasn't a good situation. It's just not the way. It's just not the way to move forward. And I guess one of the things that I want to say is that the reason why a lot of this content, it's not, you can't separate it. This horizontal takeover goes all the way through everything. It's with fitness. You see it with fit shaming. Is there really fat shaming? Not really. It's about fit shaming. It's fit shaming. They're leveraging that, saying, oh, you're fat shaming. Fat shaming is so bad. Give me a fucking break. There's more fit shaming in today's society than fat shaming. It's the opposite. You're accepting fat people and then you're demonizing someone being healthy, saying that you shouldn't be fucking fat. It's fucking stupid. All right. And then the food, they're coming after the food, right? Coming after the fucking meat. Oh, meat's bad. Oh, the animals. So then they're coming after our fucking healthy food. Coming after our grass-fed beef, right? All right. Coming after our families. Coming after our genders. Coming after anything that makes logical sense. Coming after math. Coming after science, right? Coming after the education system's fucked, right? No one wants to be engineers anymore. Everyone wants to fucking do women's studies and critical race theory. Coming after your kids. Got your kids already. And everything. Like the 7 pillars, all of those things are under attack. Everything, maybe except for mobility. No one's coming after yoga yet. Well, they'll say yoga's for the fucking devil. Yoga is like, Satan worship. Yoga's white supremacy. Sure it is. Came from fucking India. Who knows? Right? Probably. Mobility's probably white supremacy. Lululemon, capitalism. So, yeah, don't eat grass-fed beef, but you can go and get an Impossible Burger from fucking Wendy's or Burger King. Sure, kill yourself with vegetable oils and peas and fucking glyphosate and shit like that. No fucking thanks. So, this is one of the reasons why I just don't know if I can. I just don't know if I handle the Red, White, and Swole podcast. Maybe I'll do some content. A lot of it's bleeding over, here, but all this stuff is the same. Just keep in mind, all of this is the same. It's the same fucking disease, the same epidemic across all industries. The same stuff we talk about, fat acceptance, it's all the same. It's that same type of shit. That's the problem. It's literally like a flood. It just seeps in everywhere. It gets in every fucking crack, and it's everywhere. It's in the government. It's in your education system. So give the government more power, right? Now people don't want to fucking work. They don't have jobs. Conveniently enough, they're getting money. Now it's like, hey, why should I work? I'm already getting free fucking money. So we're going to keep on printing more money. Keep on fucking printing that fucking. The country's just falling apart and everyone's acting like it's all fun and games. Oh, you just keep on riding all the way down. Notice how everything, in closing, before we give away this Swole card, everything is about burning shit down, breaking it down, deconstructing, break it down. What are you building, bro? What you building? What are you creating? Nothing. Nothing is being built. Nothing coherent is being proposed. Everything is about tear it down, burn it down. It's systemic. What do you do with systemic, right? Let's say, what do you do with what do you do with the horse? It's systemic. You shoot it. You got to take it out. You got to burn it down to the fucking ground because it's systemic. It's everywhere. It can't be saved. Right. Cool. Let's do this. Let's do this. I have a good idea. Let's abolish the police. Let's ban guns. That makes sense, right? Let's get rid of the police and guns. Sounds like a good combination. And let's release people from prison. How about that? Sound like a good move? Sounds good to me, right? Come on. Let the prisoners out. Fine. Some of them are non-violent. Okay. I'm not against that, right? Low-level drug offenses. Fine. Let them out. Ban guns and ban the police. All right. Sounds good. Sounds like a good move, doesn't it? Anyway, I'm not going to shut up about it. So this is just one of these episodes. I probably will start doing something with Red, White, and Swole. I just like doing live. I like talking live. When I talk into a microphone, when I talk into a microphone and no one's listening live, I just feel like it's not the same. I truly like doing it more live. I like it. I like live streaming. So anyway, those are my thoughts. And we went a little bit longer, went off the rails, but it's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. So don't get it twisted. And I know some of you might be like, oh my God, you're talking about this. I come here so I don't have to listen to politics. It's all the same. It's all the same. So that's the problem with a lot of people. And I'll leave you with this. That's the problem with anyone that's saying, they're trying to change the channel to certain things or they want to avoid it. They want to not hear about it. I understand. You don't want to hear about it. I understand it's annoying. It's stupid. It sounds ridiculous. It's insane. I know. And it might be federal and you don't have to deal with it in your daily life. I know. But understand, this is the world we live in. You can't avoid a lot of this shit. And running from it and avoiding it because you don't want to talk about it, or you're tired of hearing about it. Yeah, but this is the reality. And if you want to save this country and you want this to actually not burn to the fucking ground, people don't have any comprehension. None of us do, because we didn't live through any of those hard times. Understand how bad this can fucking get. I don't even have any idea. If you've traveled to a third world country, you might have an idea. But most people have no fucking idea. Okay? Were you in World War II? No. So shut the fuck up. Were you over there? No. So shut the fuck up. Like, were you in that shit? So you can run, you can hide, you can go like this, la 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 la. Oh my God, I don't want to hear it. I just want to talk about fitness. I just want to talk about bicep curls and chest presses, and that's fine. It's also commoditized, the easiest fucking thing. You can Google it too. I love talking about it, and I'll do videos. Cool, it gets views, and yeah, we do fitness and stuff too, but it's much more than that. And I see people in the comments sometimes. I'll see something on someone else's video. It's like, Jesus Christ. If you hide from it, this is the problem. If you agree, then you have to fucking speak up. If you don't, guess what is going to happen? What's already been happening, and it's going to get worse. You can keep on shutting up. You can keep on keeping your head in the fucking sand. But when they come for you, no one's going to be left to protect you. You have to speak up now. Otherwise, it's going to get worse. And everyone's waiting for someone else to do something. Everyone's waiting for someone else to say something. Oh, well, it'll get really bad. But of course, it's so ridiculous. We'll just wait. Yeah, that's what they thought in Germany. How'd that turn out? How'd that go? How'd that work? How'd that work? When all of a sudden, oh, you couldn't have Jewish businesses open on Sundays or Saturdays. Oh, okay. All right, now you can only have it open 3 days a week. Oh, okay. Oh, you can only have businesses in this side of town. Oh, okay. Oh, you can only have business. Oh, you can only have. Oh, you can only get. Oh, now you have to move over here to this area of the neighborhood. Oh, okay. Here. Oh, hey, we got a train waiting for you. We're gonna relocate you. I'm not saying that's exactly gonna happen, but no one expected that. It's like putting a frog in a boiling pot of water, slowly and then suddenly. Gradually and then suddenly. Little, boom. And all of a sudden, oh my God, who would have thought? Who would have thought? Oh my God, out of nowhere. Not really. You just didn't open your fucking eyes. Same thing's happening with the financial markets. Everything. It's fucking House of Cards. So, yeah, that escalated quickly. So anyway, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But it is what it is. And if people are going to not say anything, well, I have these thoughts in my head and I have these beliefs and they're not irrational, quite the opposite. And I have a platform to say it. So I'll say it while I can, because it's kind of like, I can't have integrity with myself without fucking saying anything. So we talk about it, and just to understand that that's why it bleeds into a lot of this content too, because it's all the same mentality. It's all the same. It's all the same shit. It's just kind of dressed a little bit differently, which is convenient because it seems different on the surface, but it really is all the same. And that's the real pandemic. And that's the real distraction. It's fucking intense. So I hope you enjoy this. A little red, white, and swole today too. So I know some of you have been asking about that show. Again, not sure how I want to move forward with that. It's kind of combining with this one. Anyway, we'll see, because we got some other shows, other podcasts, but time has been more limited. Just trying to focus my attention on the Mancast and content for the Swole fam, which is why we've done a lot more private content. I just don't want to pick my head up and see it's like, oh fuck, it's hell. It's like, let's come back down where it's actually sane. So a lot more private content and more of that kind of content everywhere else, but got to talk about it, fam. You can't be quiet, because if you're quiet, that's the problem. And usually the stupidest people are the loudest. So it's a very small percentage of people that are the loudest, which is why it seems like it's everywhere, but it's really not. It is, but it isn't. It is, it's growing. But understand everyone's on that same, Edward Nygma mind fuck machine. So everyone's getting brainwashed. So make sure you keep your head on a swivel. Keep your head on a swivel and stay focused. Good rant. All right, let's get out of here. Let's go Swole Slut style. How about that? How about that? Swole Slut. I know who this goes. I know who this goes to. We all know. We all know. All right, cut the music. Cut the music. Cut the music. Today's Swole card. You already know. This goes to Travis. Fucking hell yeah, dude.
Hadouken! Hadouken! Shoryuken!
Travis gets today's Swole card because this is fucking fantastic. So fam, I need your help. And I don't know if Travis is going to watch this episode, but go on over to the Swole Fam Discord. This is from April 29th. Make sure you go and drop a comment reply to this post and let Travis know that he's the winner of today's Swole card. Read this post again. You can rewind the episode, but definitely give this a look. It's amazing. Travis, thank you so much for your service, and talk about leading by example, right? Talk about leading by example, literally homesteading, building out his complete independence, connecting with his family, connecting back with the earth. Love it. Travis, you are fucking amazing. So everyone, Swole Fam, after we sign off here, please go on over to the private Discord, find this post, and make sure you reply and say, Travis won the card. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com, Swole card 1820 Schwam in the subject and your mailing address in the body of the email, and we'll send you this beautiful Swole Slut card. Isn't it lovely? Yes. Yes. Yes, Falcon. It's absolutely lovely. I know you're very happy. I know you're very happy. I feel like there was something else I wanted to say before we went off here. Let me see here. We got the 5 years of Swole coming up next Saturday. And let's see what else we got. 5 years of Swole coming up on Saturday. And also, so make sure you check it out. Make sure you mark your calendar. We'll talk about it on Monday, because on Monday we have our weekly accountability meeting. So we'll talk more about that. I think there was something else I wanted to say before we signed off here. Oh yeah, that's right. The podcast, the latest podcast. Where the fuck? Why can't I find? Listen now. Where is that? The podcast I talked about at the beginning. I'm trying to find the latest one. God, Apple Podcasts is a hot mess. If you listen to an episode and then scroll through, you can't fucking find it. Library. That's so stupid. I can't find what I just fucking listened to. Oh yeah, it was called, so the last episode, this is on Fundamental Health Podcast with Dr. Paul Saladino. Check it out. It was released on Friday yesterday. Will Biden become the Hamburglar or defend meat? But it'll explain what I talked about, and it's a great podcast, and I highly, highly, highly recommend it. So check out that man cast. Yeah, it was his, yep, that's right, Josh. It was his latest one. It's called Will Biden Become the Hamburglar? Anyway, Fundamental Health Podcast. Check that out. Great episode. Oh, I know. You're welcome, Lexi. Thank you, everyone, for handling that rant. Pretty.
This house is a fucking prison on planet bullshit! The galaxy of this sucks camel dicks!
Hey, there's Travis. Travis, you won the fucking Swole card. Can someone tell Travis? Tell Travis, I'm playing the piano right now. I can't stop. Travis, you won today's fucking Swole card. Josh, tell Travis he won the Swole card. Booger Bubble. I'm playing the fucking piano. I only got two hands. Travis, you gotta send us that email. That was nice. That was nice.
He's on fire!
Yeah, I am.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
Woo-wee! Oh, baby!
Boom shakalaka!
Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate it. Send us that email, Travis. Fan-fucking-tastic. Did that go away? That went away. Travis, you won. I'll do this again. Travis, you won the Swole card. I can't, where was it? You won the Swole card. I know you just popped in. Talk about the timing. Travis, you won the Swole card. So send us that email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 1821 in the subject and your mailing address in the body of the email. We love your post. So congratulations. And you might not have expected it. That's not why you posted it, but you deserve it. And welcome to the Swole fam. And you get this beautiful, well, it's a Swole slut card. So with your new homestead, you can have a nice Swole, you can have a nice Swole slut right there. So every time you walk out the door, you're like, I am a Swole slut, aren't I? You are, Travis. You're the best Swole slut in the realm. And you're just a brand new member, but well earned. So good luck with your homestead. Post some pictures. I want to see more about that. Thank you so much, fam, for joining me. We'll see you tomorrow for Ask Papa Swole Live so we can talk about all the rest of the shit. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So see you tomorrow for 1822. Peace, McGeese. Deuce, Magoose. Ya boy, Papa Swolio. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock's crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like...
Then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's the bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. Our topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element. No,